distinguished delegates and audience, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the Seed of Hope for organizing this program, which fundamentally is intended for supporting the anti-Ebola efforts that are currently being amassed and executed in the West African sub-region, which geographically or politically is called the Mana River Union area, comprising of Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia, and Ivory Coast has joined that. That shows how dynamic a situation is, which then created a need for the global community to come together and address it as a unit and not as a fragmented, not giving a fragmented approach. There is a lot that the diaspora is doing, but which is not seen. If the news media in this country and other countries will focus on just 1/3 of what the diaspora community is doing, they will realize that people of Africa and of African origin or friends of Africa are contributing a lot to the efforts in containing the virus. Another thing we have started to do in the diaspora community, led by the Diaspora Task Force, is to recruit medical professionals. That will include doctors, nurses, and professionals of various backgrounds, to form ourselves into a medical corps that will be deployed in the region in order to help beef up the capacity, in order to carry out restructuring, helping to restructure the healthcare system, in order to train fellow professionals, and in order to go back in the country on a revolving basis, because after Ebola is quieted down, I can assure you from a medical background and a scientific background, it's not going away.
All of us have to be able to understand the major tenet of public health. If people don't follow clear directions, it's bad for all of us, not just them. And that resources don't have to come from America. The registry of people who have recovered from Ebola is not in America. So let's go where the illness is. Let's not get distracted with things like, I don't know, border closings and things like that. Let's go where the illness is. Let's help people to help themselves in ways that work for them. And let's remember and not have to learn the same lessons over and over again. Public health is about clear communication and getting people to do what's best for all of us.
There are also things the diaspora can do today that can have a real effect. What you bring are several things. One is caring. These are issues that you passionately care about from your families, from your own experiences. You have local knowledge, far more than most of us who live here. You know people, you know things about what are important on the ground. You have linkages, you can build networks, you can tap into networks to make things work more effectively. And you can also bring resources. So for all these reasons, the diaspora is just incredibly important. But there are other reasons also. Consider a vehicle that is now available, that wasn't available just a few years ago, that you can use. And this is the explosion of open sourced and crowdsourced information sharing. Some of it via the internet, some of it via radio, some of it via Skype telecommunications channels, and especially now built on maps, which allows us to see things in completely different ways than we could see before. Maps that are not the National Geographic map that is 5 years old, but maps that are days or hours old based on information that's being drawn from the field. You can watch how the disease is spreading. You can watch where it's been contained. You can see what makes a difference. But a key goal of all of this has got to be to focus on solutions that work for local populations in their worlds with their cultures and their resources. It does no good to have a bright, shiny object that works here in the United States that does not work for the cultures we're trying to employ. You can be that bridge to say, great, works great in Georgetown Hospital, won't work in the field. Teach us about that.